Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Everybody was asking me, how did I know to short forward when it was November? And it was when Aunt B was telling us everything was fine. Well, what people didn't know is Aunt B was lying to us. Because when she was raising the rates, machinery sales were down 5.6%, computers were down 8.7%, communication equipment sales down 21%. I took a look at our chart and I saw that institutions were pulling money out of Ford. So we said, let's short Ford. And we did that in November, on November 10th, because my charts told me there was a big sell signal, and we took advantage of it. And you know that stock Ford has now dropped 17%. That's the return my gang has now, 17%. Don't follow any of the jibber jabber from CNBC or the Fed. Follow me. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? It's been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything being taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I bring a message from Bernie Sanders, and I bring a message from Hillary Clinton. We need civility in the Democratic Party. Civility. Because the whole future of the country is at stake. Now, when you boo me, you're booing Bernie Sanders. Go ahead. You're booing Bernie Sanders. Bernie is my friend.
Oh, my God. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country off the Wall Street Radio Network. Barbara Boxer, she was trying to tell the people, hey, let's get together with Hillary Clinton. We've got to back Hillary Clinton. And people went nuts. They're booing her. Why would they? I mean, what has Hillary Clinton done for them? I mean, that's the problem. I mean, let's think about it. Hillary Clinton says she's going to continue the same 7 years, or the same 8 years now, okay, same policies that Obama had. And for 7 years, he's been taking parking space in our heads that the banking system and the central banks all together are fixed. They're all fixed. The financial crisis is done. He's fixed it. For 7 years, he's been taking parking space in our heads that the banking system is just fine. Everything's been fixed. It's not. It's not. Obama can count on one thing, just like Hillary, and mostly socialists. The followers they have are of a herd mentality. They're group thinkers. They're group thinkers. That's the problem. They don't think as individuals. And they're dangerous. Because Obama has really convinced his supporters, as Hillary, that there is no inflation, therefore we need to keep printing money. And it's that printing money is what we need to fix the debt problem. We fix our debt problem with more debt by printing more money. See, this is what they really believe. Just keep printing money and everything's okay. And, we're in a recovery because we printed more money and we doubled the debt. More than all the other 200 presidents combined. I mean, all the other 44 presidents combined in the last 200 years. It's fine. Everything's fixed now because of all this debt. We doubled it. That's what fixed it. An idiot can double debt. That's amazing. And they've convinced these group thinkers it's true. They convinced the group thinkers it's government that creates jobs and grows the economy, not the private sector. And you can solve any problem with printing more money. You take Pelosi, you take Hillary, you take Obama, Boxer, they depend on this herd mentality. The group thinkers, Harry Reid, this whole group, that's who they got to target, group thinkers, not individuals. They just follow each other like cattle. And when Obama comes out and says, with Hillary and Pelosi and Boxer, we saved the economy. We saved it. We're in a recovery. But he doubled debt. How can you be recovery when you double debt? And because there's so much money at stake, guess what? The media will lie about it. Especially the financial media. They'll lie. They'll go along with it, like CNBC. The banks will go along with it. The politicians will really go along with it. They're happy to promote the lies that we're in a recovery, that there's no inflation, and we got to continue the zero rates so we make sure our recovery is still going on, still good. The bottom line is all the wealth and power in this country is held by those at the top. Our owners, the 151 richest people. Everything that these people do, Obama and Hillary and all of them, Boxer, it's all for the top. Because they're part of it. Because they get rich too. They get rich, keeping the same narrative, promoting the same lie. We're in a recovery. Even worse, with the herd mentality, the cattle, they don't realize. The group thinkers don't realize. The ones at the top not only don't have a clue how to fix the problem, but that they actually have almost no incentive to fix it because they're getting richer every day. And who's benefited? Not Main Street, just the rich. With all this increased debt, $20 trillion. It's unbelievable how they don't get it. With this massive debt, they don't get this increased debt, what it does. They're paying more for groceries than they did a month earlier. They're paying much more for staples. Prices keep increasing. Look at their insurance premiums. Their wages are staying stagnant. Their jobs are getting cut from full-time to part-time. No overtime. Their health insurance premiums are skyrocketing, but they believe we're in a recovery. Isn't that amazing? And you wonder, how do these people sit out there and applaud for people like Clinton and Obama and the rest of them? And Bernie Sanders. I can understand Bernie Sanders because Bernie Sanders, people think, hey, I'm just going to get everything for free. I'm going to get everything for free. Doubling the national debt has decreased our standard of living, not improved it. Let's think about it. Printing all this money. They printed this money, injected this money as stimulus. Right? $750 billion TARP money. $3.2 trillion directly into the stock market to rally the stock market up 120%, even though earnings weren't going up. Profits weren't going up. $15 trillion they gave to energy. They gave to all this green energy. All the money bundlers for Obama got a piece of the energy, this new energy thing that was going on. Solandra. Everybody got money for nothing. All his buddies, here, go make a fortune, green. Another $9 trillion was the printed $9 trillion. They gave it to the banks. There was a backdoor bailout. Nobody knew about that. And how about the $5 trillion they gave to the CEOs to buy their own stock back? So the CEOs can get richer 300 times. They make 300 times more than their workers. Yeah, no benefit to Main Street. How could this be? 3.2 trillion, 750 billion, 15 trillion, 9 trillion, 5 trillion. Yet there's no benefit to Main Street. If we printed all this money and we're in a recovery, why are wages at an 18-year low? I don't get that. And they really believe that Obama has fixed this economy? He's an academic. How could he fix an economy? What does he know? He has no world experience. He never started a business. He's never created a single job. That's what makes him dangerous. He really believes he could save the economy. That's what made him dangerous. And why is it that over 68.3% of the Americans say they're unable to handle a $500 car repair or a $1,000 emergency room bill if we had all that stimulus money? Where'd it go? We'll be right back after this break. We'll make some money.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
We're on our best 2-year job creation streak in 20 years.
What are you, nuts? Who'd believe that? Let me tell you the truth. First of all, the 292,000 jobs we got in December 2015, and they told us the unemployment rate is 5%. Not true. You can't trust these people on Wall Street. You can't trust the press. What they don't count is, in December, for example, the 615,000 discouraged workers. A discouraged worker is a person unemployed, gave up looking for work, but this administration does not count them as unemployed when calculating a 5% unemployment rate. Instead, they classify the discouraged as marginally attached to the labor force, but they're not considered part of the labor force or part of the unemployment. That's why you can't trust what they tell you. If we back into 625,000, the real unemployment rate is 12%, not 5%. That's why you got to join my gang, where you get the truth and where we use charts. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I'm going to tell you something about your 401k that you don't know. You know the 401k is a tax code? That's what it is. Here's how it worked. In the 80s, you had pension funds, but they decided to give their CEOs a benefit on top of the pension. It was called 401k. That was to shelter their income. That way they could keep the CEOs because it was very competitive. But when all the jobs were shipped overseas, they no longer could keep pension funds. Too expensive. So they shifted all their employees to a 401k, duping you thinking it was a good deal. But what they did is they charged hidden fees, which amount to about $250 billion a day, that they gave to lobbyists to go to Washington to make sure that this 401k would never be transparent. Here's what came of it.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's right. So join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we're going to go to our Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And remember, it's going to be Saturday, May 21st, this Saturday. We're going to do the book signing. The author is Walter Shear, the book, Walter's Way. You can meet Walter. It's going to be at the Tsunami Restaurant right across from Selby Library. It's at 100 Central Avenue. It's right next to Starbucks. You can't miss it. Right downtown Sarasota. And you're going to have a wonderful time. I'm going to be there with Walter. He's going to visit with you, get your book. What a magnificent guy he is. I mean, you're just going to have so much fun talking to him. And he's going to tell you some wonderful stories. And the things that he's accomplished is just incredible. Iconic things. Just iconic things. Fax machine, you name it. It's just incredible. An incredible entrepreneur. So you're going to have the opportunity. He's 92 years old young. 92 years young. Can you imagine? And he's still going, and he authored this book. And it's an award-winning book. First-time author. Got an award for this book. The Axiom Business Book Award. Not many people do that. So write it down. Make a note. This Saturday, May 21st, noon to 3 p.m. Meet Walter. I'll be there as well. And it's going to be at Tsunami Restaurant. It's at 100 Central, right across from Selby Library, 5 Points Park. Can't miss it. And we'll see you there. Oh. Okay. Now, remember, all the book sales, okay, all the money goes to Vera and Walter Shear Family Foundation and St. Jude. All the money goes to charity. So again, it's Walter's Way. That's this Saturday, noon to 3 p.m. Meet Walter. Okay. All right. You know, last week I told you, make sure that you buy U.S. Steel. And I said, look, join the gang. I tried to get you to understand that the only way you're going to make money for retirement and catch up, especially if you're behind, is when the markets go down, that you can make money on the way down. You can't make money, especially if you're late and you haven't got much money put aside for your retirement. It's almost impossible to try to make enough money for retirement by just buying stocks. It's almost impossible. Now, we're going to have a great opportunity because what has happened is wonderful companies got really trashed. Retailers got really hit. Macy's, just got clobbered. Kohl's, JCPenney, Ralph Lauren, you name them, they just got clobbered. And these are going to be great buying opportunities. So what we're going to do is track them. We'll follow them with our PT2. And the minute that we see the institution money come in, our chart will tell us. And then we'll start buying. Just like we did the same thing with silver and gold mining stocks. Nobody wanted those. I said we're going to buy those. As soon as we see the money coming back in from the institutions, we started to see it in November of last year. And now those stocks are up over 100%. Gold and silver mining stocks, because our computer, our software. The PT2 told us, okay, time to buy. Money is coming in, and it was right. We're going to do the same thing with these retail stocks that are getting killed. So why don't you join 877-600-GANG? Check it out. It does work, believe me. It does work. Okay. You know, we're talking about, again, Barbara Boxer was out there and pumping for Hillary. And here's what I don't get. I just don't get why anybody would vote for Hillary or any of these people that were involved with this administration. Doesn't make sense. With all that stimulus money, that doubling the debt, nothing has happened. We have a growth of 0.5%. When Obama leaves office, if he has a growth rate, economic growth rate over the 8 years of 1.8%, that'll be huge. He's the only president that's never had an economic growth rate of 3%. And with all that money, and if we're in a recovery with $750 billion in TARP money, $3.2 trillion, they put it right in the stock market to push stocks up 125% with no earnings. Stocks didn't have any earnings. Companies didn't have any earnings. They didn't have profits. Their profits were going down. Their earnings were going down. Their top line sales go down. And the stocks kept moving up because they took $3.2 trillion. Then they took another $5 trillion and had the CEOs go and buy their own stocks back, push the stocks up even more. We had the bank bailout, $9 trillion backdoor bailout. So then why is it that the median household income has dropped instead of going up? Why is it the net worth of the median household is down 24%, the same level it was at 1992? Why is it with all this money, and if they say we're in a recovery, why is it if we're in a recovery, there's been no meaningful growth of breadwinner jobs? The jobs stink. There hasn't been an increase in household incomes. Instead of an increase in incomes, there's been an increase in new debt at a rate of $4 trillion per year. That doesn't sound like a recovery to me. Does it do to you? 51% of all Americans make less than $30,000. That's nuts. 90% make less than $55,000. So if we're in a recovery, they say we are, why is the number of jobs in the retail industry outnumbered the jobs in the manufacturing sector by 3.6 million jobs? There's 3.6 million more retail jobs than manufacturing jobs. I thought we're in a recovery. Is this crazy? They just continue to lie. Why is it that manufacturing, industrial production, retail sales, household spending, disposable income, durable goods, all in a severe decline? And it's in decline because people don't have enough money. Why? Because they don't have good jobs. They don't have enough full-time jobs. And by the time they pay their health care insurance and they pay their bills, there's nothing left. So why do you think manufacturing, industrial production, and retail sales and household spending is cratering? And why do you think, if we're in such a recovery, why is it factory jobs drop from 1 in 5 to 1 in 12? We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant in downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Yellen came out and told us that she is basically going to pull back the 25 basis point hike that she had in December, the quarter point, because the economy is bad. Then she's going to do quantitative easing. So what does that mean? That means as the economy gets worse, the market's going to go up. See, most people think when the economy's bad, the market should be going down. Just the opposite. Because when the economy is bad, the Federal Reserve comes in, prints money, gives it to the companies to buy their own shares back to push their stocks up. Because when the economy's bad, people aren't out spending and their stock doesn't go up. This is how they do it. A great opportunity. Don't miss it. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Become part of this wealth effect. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Everything we see in housing continues to be quite favorable, right? Home prices continue to appreciate 3 to 5% annually. Mortgage applications are at 3-year highs. And again, the backdrop of economic factors to support the drivers of housing, we think, continue to be solid.
Are you kidding me? Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Isn't it amazing? First of all, what is happening with the housing market? New homes, 500,000. It's all we're building. That's half of what we used to build. The reason why prices are going up and increasing because when they came in, all the hedge funds bought from the banks, all the foreclosed homes. They came to Tampa, to Sarasota, bought all the homes in a neighborhood. There's a few homes left. Those prices went up because all the other homes were bought by the hedge funds. So there's no inventory. That's why the prices went up, but they're out of reach because the people aren't, their wages. The wages aren't keeping up with the prices. What a bunch of nonsense. In fact, things are so bad in housing right now that Obama has met with all of the banks and said to the banks, look, you go ahead and do all the FHA loans you want. You don't have to check their credit anymore. Last time, remember, they said, we're going to put you in jail. We're going to fine you. If someone comes back to sue you because you gave them a loan you shouldn't have given them, well, they used to have insurance for that. They're saying, no more, we're not going to insure it. Obama, a couple of weeks ago, went around and said, no, we're not going to do that anymore. Matter of fact, we're going to give you a letter to hold you harmless. So if you loan to somebody that you shouldn't be loaning to, and they come back and they default, and they can't make the payments, and they sue you, we will cover you. We will cover you. We'll hold you harmless. Not to worry about. We'll give you letters. We'll get it from the Department of Justice. We're not going to sue you. We're not going to jail. We're not going to fine you like we did last time. We need sales. So now they got the FHA loans going again to start exactly what got us in trouble. They're starting again. Now, we got a market that's up 212 points. The market, again, for over a year has not been able to break into a new high. Every time we rally like this, it fades. And now as we sell into it, the big institutions are pulling their money out of the market. $44 billion just in the last 5 weeks. They're pulling their money out. More money came out today. The volume in the market is terrible. The market is setting up for a correction. It's going to happen. This is not where you start coming in and say, I'm going to put money in and leave it there for years. No, you can do some nice investing. You can invest for 2 to 5 days, something like that, maybe even longer than that, and you're okay. But don't think you're going to come in and put $500,000 or $100,000 in and just leave it there. What are you, nuts? Because there is no recovery. There is no recovery. It's a fallacy. But they won't admit it, will they? So the best thing for you to do is to start out with us so that you can learn that not to be fearful when the market drops. That's the biggest problem you have. You're too fearful that, okay, I don't want to be in there and that market drops. What am I going to do? Well, we can get you over that simply by learning how to take the PT2 chart. And just like we did with our other stocks, like I just showed you, for example, with U.S. Steel, how well we did with that. When the chart said, hey, the institutions are pulling the money out, instead of getting out, we said, let's short it, and it dropped. It dropped about 22%. I said, I'll show you, I'll prove it to you. So there's nothing better than having the confidence when the market is going down. And we will go down because, again, for over a year and a half, they can't make new highs in this market. There's no volume to break it out. The biggest problem we have, I had to laugh about this guy with housing. He said, housing, no, it isn't. Wages are terrible. Wages are a 10-year low. And you always have wages go hand in hand with housing. That's why we got a problem with housing, because wages stink. Here's what's really interesting. Retail sales have plunged. Same-store sales have plunged. Macy's, JCPenney, all plunged. What this administration doesn't want us to know is that the auto manufacturing makes up 40%, pay attention to this, makes up 40% of all our manufacturing and industrial production in this country. That's why Obama was in a hurry to go bail out the auto industry. He was in a hurry to bail the GM because 40% of our manufacturing, that's automobiles. And if you don't have the automobiles going, then you're in real trouble. That's why they're giving anybody a car today. In fact, in January, we had 17 million sales. February, it dropped to 14 million. March, it was a little bit better than 14 million, about 15. And then they put a big push on for April. They said, look, they can fog the rear view mirror just like subprime homes. Give them a subprime auto loan. Loan to anybody. Give them a 7-year payment. Well, sales went up. back up to 17 million. They're all excited. Well, man, that's all debt. You're loading people up with debt that they can't pay. Why are you excited? Just so you can put that out in front of the news? Now, remember why he bailed out the auto industry, especially GM. So now they got to do something because they're afraid to death now. If this auto bubble breaks and GM's not selling units and the other car, remember, we have the big three. They earned $6.8 billion. This is what's going to take down this whole stock market. They earned $6.8 billion. That's combined operating profits here in North America. $6.8 billion. They're so scared to death that that's going to drop, and that's why they're trying to figure out how to keep the sales up. Now remember, the money to bail out Detroit came from the Federal Reserve printing more money. It didn't come from tax collection. Not like we paid our taxes. They took it from our taxes and then they bailed out GM. They printed more money. What are you, nuts? And that is why you go to the grocery store, you need more units of paper to buy the same groceries you bought last month. This is why you're not getting overtime. This is why you're getting cut from full-time to part-time. It's all this printing of money that bailed out Detroit. It was all printing of money. Wages, as I say right now, are at a 10-year low because of it. Retail sales have plunged. Earnings for the S&P are negative. The two most important categories, durable goods, capital goods, all a total disaster. All down for 16 consecutive months. Consumer spending, business investment, all plunged. All plunged. Retail sales are a disaster. Corporate defaults are the highest in 2009. The first quarter earnings in 2016 declined by 8.3%, making it the fourth consecutive quarter of year-over-year declines in earnings. They're saying we're in a recovery. Can you believe this? The first quarter 2016 marks the first time that we have seen 4 consecutive quarters of year-over-year negative earnings, 9.1%. Then you got your revenues and your earnings growth. Both had a year-over-year decline. They're telling us we're in a recovery. As a result, large companies are doing what? They're cutting jobs. Job cuts jumped 35% in April alone. 35% in April alone. They're saying we're in a recovery. Financial sector, the most important of all sectors, had the largest decrease in price of all sectors by 8.4%. Business investment, the cornerstone, the building blocks of the economy. A bigger contribution to the economy's growth than retail consumption. And it's terrible. Business investment. You need business investment, such as build new buildings, machinery, computers, communications equipment, to sell to businesses. They're not selling. It's in a steep decline, 7-year steep decline. These business sales, aircraft, truck sales, all plunging. But business investment is the real important one, and it's collapsing. And they're telling us we're in a recovery. Are you nuts? That's why I joined the gang tonight, because when this market corrects, I want you to be there. So it'd be so easy for you to make money when the market goes down. 877-600-GANG. And remember, Walter's Way, this Saturday, May 21st, at Tsunami Restaurant.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bowl, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street. You turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great, and these are the same people that run the 401ks, who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang. Try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Phil Grande and philsgang.com present the Walter Shear book signing event. Join us Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. This is a free event to meet and greet with one of America's true businessmen. The book Walter's Way is a 2016 Silver Axiom Business Book Award winner and has been recognized as one of the top entrepreneur business books of the year. Walter Shear is a career businessman who introduced the fax machine to North America. He participated in the tech boom of the 1990s, produced a Hollywood film, and helped set up successful oil and gas companies. Join Phil Grande and Walter Shear as we invite you to join us for this unique event on Saturday, May 21st from 12 noon to 3 p.m. for the Walter Shear book signing event at the Tsunami Restaurant at downtown Sarasota. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, this Saturday, don't miss it. We're going to have a book signing with Walter Shear. His book, Walter's Way, an award-winning book. You got the Axiom Business Book Award. You're going to meet him. I will be there myself with Walter. That's this Saturday at the Tsunami Restaurant, right across from Selby Library. That's at 100 Central, next to Starbucks. We'll be there from 12 to 3. You're going to meet Walter, 92 years young, great guy, an iconic entrepreneur. You wouldn't have the fax machine if it wasn't for him. You wouldn't feel safe at night by having the Polaris submarines underwater. It was he who organized the guidance system. I mean, the things he's done has been incredible. I mean, you talk about an entrepreneur. He did some of the biggest mergers in this country. He'll tell you stories about he and MacArthur. Just amazing. Rick Over. I mean, just Mother Teresa. That Mother Teresa. I mean, he's unbelievable what he's done. So don't miss it this Saturday. Okay, 12 to 3. And as I say, you're going to have a good time, believe me. And you're going to really enjoy meeting Walter. So that's this Saturday, May 21st. Tell your friends, 12 to 3. And As I say, it's going to be really a lot of fun. So please come. Okay. You know, I had to get a kick out of, they're talking about how we're in this great recovery. And by the way, let me give you this number again so you can sign up. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. So that you do sign up for the PT2. So when this market does correct 10, 15, 20, maybe even 50%, which it will do. Listen to this.
I feel like every time I look at, updated charts, there's a lot of signals that are at levels that have only happened prior to big market sell-offs.
Yeah. For the last year and a half, this market has not been able to break out and make new highs. Every rally we have like today, they sell into it. Every rally we have like today, 200-point rally, everybody gets excited and they sell into it because institutions are pulling their money out, not putting their money in. And so I want to get you organized so this time, especially if you're in a 401k, which is ridiculous, that you're going to be protected when the market goes down. You're not going to have to worry about it. You're going to enjoy it because you're going to make money. So I said to you last week or the week before, why don't you sign up, try it for 4 weeks, and we'll hold your hand all the way through U.S. Steel. And look at U.S. Steel, went down 18%. So we're now going to do it with Caterpillar. You have time with Caterpillar, and we have time when the S&P starts to break, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 50%, you will know how to make money. We'll show you by just simply being short. It's not hard. It's easy to do. And you only take a couple minutes. I know you're busy, but it only takes a couple minutes a day. You just go to my site, and we're telling you, okay, add to your position or take some profits. We do it all for you. Talking about the economy, when I listen to these guys, this is what's interesting to me. Bill Maher's show, I don't know if you caught it this weekend, but I got sick. I was watching Bill Maher and Michael Moore. These two are just really unbelievable.
How do we stop Donald Trump?
Okay.
We because nobody seems to have a strategy. I know you met him recently. You run a show with him. Everybody says the same thing. He's nice in person, but we don't have to worry about the guy in person. We have to worry about the guy who might be president.
First of all, I was on a show with him 15 years ago on a talk show, and the producer came over to me and said, Mr. Trump's afraid to go on the show with you, that you're going to, do something or say something. And I'm like, what's he worried about me? And I went over and I shook his hand. It was all wet.
He's lying. I know Trump. Are you kidding? Nobody intimidates Trump. You think that fat guy, that baby whale, that communist, you think he threatens, intimidates Trump? Are you kidding me? See, that's the way that they lie. And here's the thing. This is what I don't like about these people. They're always saying we need socialism. We need socialism. And they're talking about, and same with Mar, they're talking about how they love Denmark. They think Denmark is the country we should model ourselves over. How terrific Denmark is. Well, if it's so terrific, then why aren't you packing and leaving and live there? Why don't you go live there? That's amazing. And this guy will come on more and lie. He'll say there's more. They're free from regulations. It's not true. They're heavily regulated, especially small businesses. He's lying. And same with Sanders. There's nothing about America that Sanders or Moore likes. There's nothing. But you know why they don't go live there? I'll tell you why they don't go live there. Because if you're making $60,000 a year, you're going to have to pay 80 cents of each dollar you make in taxes. That's why they don't go there. They're a bunch of liars. Bill Maher and Sanders and Moore talk about how wonderful you get if you make 60 grand a year, using it as an example. Then you get free doctor. You get no health care costs. You get a doctor for nothing. Hospitals are free too. It's unbelievable. They try to take parking space in your head that living under a socialist communist regime is utopia. But what they fail to mention is nothing is ever free. They don't mention, when they're talking how fond they are of Denmark for all this free stuff, they don't mention The reason they're not packing their bags, the reason why they still live in this country, because they don't want to pay 80 cents on every dollar they make. Bill Maher made $6 million last year. He doesn't want to pay 80 cents of the $6 million. Sure, you get everything free, but look, 80% of every dollar they take from you. Sales tax, 25%. You buy a new car. He just bought a new Porsche, 145 grand. In Denmark, you'll have to pay 180% tax on that, on the sticker price. Oh, he doesn't mention that, though, how wonderful Denmark is, how good socialism is. Really? Then why aren't you living there, you guys? Bill Maher would kill himself if he had to pay 80 cents on every dollar on his $6 million salary. Matter of fact, a lot of people do kill themselves. Denmark has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. Jumped up 20% this year. Let's say 20% suicide rate? For what Bill Maher and Moore and Sanders describes as the supposed happiest people in the world? They get 6 weeks paid vacation. Women get 1 year maternity leave. Everything's free education, free health care. You retire with a pension. Why don't you go move there if it's so good? Because they don't want to pay $10 a gallon for gasoline. They don't want to pay 80 cents on every dollar they earn to the government. Cigarettes, coffee, wine, keep doubling. Take a look at Greece. Take a look at Argentina. Take a look at Cuba. Oh, they all looked wonderful at one time. This socialism sounds really good. And here, this guy, it's amazing. Sanders, this is the guy that gets me.
I believe that public colleges and universities should be tuition free. In every major country on earth, healthcare is a right of all people.
This guy's nuts.
If you look at countries throughout Europe, especially in Scandinavia, you find that healthcare is a right of all of their people. And in fact, they do it in a lot more cost-effective way.
Cost-effective way? Look at socialism. You go down, these guys are communists. Socialism is on its way to communism. See, the reason why Sanders doesn't like the United States and why he wants to be a socialist, he wants to be a communist, because he never worked in his life. Did you know this guy never worked in his life? All he did was read and write books about communism until he started, and he smoked dope, and until he ran for office in Burlington, Vermont. The guy's a loser. He was living off of the government, never created a job, and he hates people who do create jobs. See, they hate people who are successful. They hate people who are doers. They look at them as the enemy. Because, see, they've always learned you suck off of government. So you suck off of government. That's what they've learned. That's why they hate anybody who's aggressive or who's a doer. They hate that. Look, the stock market. Call right now, 877-600-GANG. Sign up. And don't forget, this Saturday, 12 to 3 at the Tsunami Restaurant right across from Selby Library, downtown Sarasota.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Even if the federal